my channel. My name's Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty. Today we are talking about my October sewing plans. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to talk about my October sewing plans today, and I have been working away at what I'm going to make for the Melbourne Frocktails, which is coming up at the start of November. I also have some things that I'd really like to get back to making after Frocktails is been and done with, after I'm finished sewing for Frocktails. And I also have some other things, a couple of palette cleansers that I just really need to do a couple of palette cleansers. I've had a couple of busy months. I had the Sew Autumn Denim, and then I had a couple of things get in the way after that. Then I had my collaboration project, which I had to work on, and I just really am looking forward to making things that I need. So we're going to talk about that today. I have some fabrics here as well. I've got patterns, and I also have my trial of my Cara Frocktails dress right here as well. So let's get into it. I forgot to say in my video I was going to put a tour of my garden at the end of this video. So if you'd like to see that, stick around to the end and see what's been going on. So I have been working away on my Frocktails dress, and I'm currently making the Alana's dress by Atelier Jupe, and I had a couple of issues getting it to fit, and I think it's because I didn't really realize how it was supposed to fit. I have made 7 trials. I've done so many trying to get it right, and I just got to the point where I just didn't know what else to do. I was just really stuck. So I put the call out over my stories on Instagram and asked if people could help me with the fit issues I was having. And this is my final toile muslin, whatever you want to call it. This is the final one that I actually made up. And I end up sizing up, did a broad back adjustment, narrow shoulder adjustment, and I think that was all that I've done to this particular trial. So I had done all of these things, and I still had an issue with the shoulder, and for me it still fit pretty much how my dress model it now fits. The shoulder was just really hanging off, and I didn't realize, like, I had looked at the photos and I wasn't actually sure. Like, I'd looked at the Instagram photos and I'd had a look at the picture that I had that came with the pattern, and it was actually really hard to tell where that was supposed to sit. And it just so happens the same day that I had put out the call that Cara from So Mad put up a picture of her latest make, which was the Alana dress. So it worked out absolutely perfectly, and her shoulder was also hanging off. So that's how it fit. Thank you so much to Joe who pointed that out. And I also wanted to say a big thank you to Sarah, who also sent me heaps of copies of a book so that I could, like, photos to show me how to fix that fit issue. And I really think I need to get hold of some of those books because they were really helpful. So these are ladies that I follow on Instagram, and they always seem to help me out, and it's just really nice to have the sewing community to back me up. You guys are just so helpful. I'm really grateful to have you around. So yeah, so I've got my fit how I want it, and I have started cutting out my dress. Yay, I'm so excited. So I'm hoping I can get that finished maybe at the latest early next week, depending on how it goes, and I'll have my dress done, so I'm a bit excited about that. And then my next consideration is, what was I going to wear with this dress? So I needed to make a jacket because I don't really have anything. So I decided that I would have a look at a couple of my more recent patterns that I purchased, and one is the Downtown jacket by Pattern Emporium, and there's also this one, which is the Smitten jacket by Pattern Emporium. I decided that what I wanted to do was to go with the Smitten jacket by Pattern Emporium. I just thought this might suit a dress a little bit better, mainly because of the sleeves. This is more of a puffy, so as you can see, it's gathered at the wrist, and I thought that would be more suited to a dress that has a big sleeve. So the Alana's just has a big, long, I think it's a bishop sleeve, and I just thought this might encompass it a little bit better, if that's the right word. And this jacket has a couple of options. It has a couple of, it's a crop jacket. It has ultra cropped, just cropped, and then it has tall cropped, which is a bit longer again, and it also has the options to have elastic or no elastic. And so I'm making the cropped. I'm doing the sleeve as these ones are, and I'm not 100% decided whether or not I want the elastic or not. I think I might have a look how it looks on me with the dress, and then I'll decide once I've got that all made up. So that's what I've settled on. I've only put the PDF together and cut out the PDF to the right size, so there's still time if I change my mind to make the downtown. I do think I do eventually need to make both of these jackets because they'll come in handy, especially with our summer coming up, and I'd love to make a version of this in linen. So that's all my Frocktails thoughts, except for one other thing. So because I have been asking a lot about Frocktails and I have been looking at a lot of dress patterns, I have got them coming up on my Instagram feed quite a bit at the moment, and I just happened to see a beautiful post by one lady on Instagram. I don't have her name to show you. So she had made this pattern, which is Vogue 9253, and she had done a beautiful version of this, which was really quite casual, but beautiful at the same time. And I still want to make this, so I don't know if I'll get it done in October. Maybe after Frocktails, sometimes I might have a go at making this. But this does have a zipper at the back is my only thing. Like, I suppose when I'm not in a hurry, I won't mind trying something like that. But it is a beautiful dress with 2 lengths. It does take up a lot of fabric. It takes up between, where are we, 3.7 or 4.4 depending on your size, and that's based on fabric that's 150 centimeters wide. So I really want to make this. Every dress I've seen on Instagram that's made from this pattern looks fantastic. So this is Vogue 9253, so I still want to make it. It's so beautiful, so hopefully I'll get a chance to make that after Frocktails. And then this dress as well, I still want to make it. If I get my jacket done and I get my dress done and I'm feeling adventurous and not bogged down by all these patterns, I may give this a go, because I saw a dress come up like this. It was a ready to wear one and looked exactly like the Itch to Stitch Camilla dress, made up in a beautiful, it was a very plain but kind of a bit shiny sort of a fabric. It was absolutely beautiful. So I still want to make this. This has those channels at the front and the sleeves, and a beautiful crossover neck. It has a little bit of ruching or gathering sort of at the neckline, and then it has the tiers as well. I so want to make this. I just like that it has these channels because that seems to be around quite a bit at the moment. So yes, I would definitely wear that in the upcoming season. So it would be definitely worth making. So that is all of the dress patterns and the portion of this video that will be about Frocktails. So I am in desperate need of a palette cleanser. So I have been making dresses and things that are a little bit more difficult for a lot of this year, and I need to make something basic and simple and not as hard or challenging. So I really need to do something like that. I'm so looking forward to it. So I have pulled out these patterns. So I have Tilly and the Buttons Agnes, which is, this has 3 versions. It has this version with the puffy sleeves. It has a version at the front where it's slightly gathered and pulls it into a sweetheart neckline, or there is a very plain version with the same deep scoop neck and long sleeves without. These are very simple, and that's what I want to make, is a simple version. I want to make it short sleeve though, just like shoulders, maybe same length as what my dress. This is the what's it called, Closet Core Knix dress. I love this dress. I would definitely make this again. Yeah, so this is one that I'm thinking of making, and I'm actually tossing whether I want to do the Agnes or this one, which is a Pattern Emporium Keep It Simple Babe. And I want to do this version here with a square neck, and you can do that as several depths. You can have a higher square neck or a lower one. I think I made this before. I think it was a lower square neck. I'm not sure. I'd have to have another look. I'll put pictures of all of these things in so you can see. So I've made both of them. I wear these ones all the time. They're all made in really printed fabrics. I'd like to make some in some plain fabrics. And then I have this one, which is in a plain black, and I really love it. The fabrics, it's quite drapey. I think I might grade it out a bit more once it gets to my tummy sort of area, so it's a little bit more forgiving. And then something a little bit more structured, because I feel like this fabric kind of just sits in the wrong spot, even though it is sort of a little bit forgiving. So yeah, I want to have another go at doing that one. So I have these fabrics that I purchased. I believe this one was from the Dahlia Society. This would have been on a clearance a little while back, I believe. It's a beautiful sort of purpley sort of plum color. I love plum colors. I just think they are beautiful. I probably would make the square neck one out of this. I just think that's really nice. I don't actually remember what I purchased this for, so I might have another go at making another square neck top before I go cutting into this, because this is beautiful and soft. I don't remember the composition, I really don't. It's some sort of a spandex, I believe. It's quite stretchy and soft and beautiful. I really don't want to ruin it. So that's the first one. And then I have this other fabric. Since we are on a green purple trend today, this is one that I picked up from Spotlight, and this is quite spandexy. I might make the Agnes out of this one, so I'm going to have a couple of new shirts coming up, and I very much need to have a go at making shirts. They're very much something I need in my wardrobe at the moment. I'm actually due for a t-shirt cleanse, get rid of all the ones that aren't fitting right, and replace them all. So I very, very much need to do that at the moment. So while I was in my cupboard sorting out fabric and trying to figure out which ones I wanted for this video, I came across a couple of pieces that I'd forgotten were in there. And they are these ones. So these fabrics are stunning. Like, they are gorgeous. Like, particularly this one. This is a Miss Moresby fabric that I purchased from Nerida Hanson a few years ago, and I only have about 1.5 meters wide by around about 1 meter, so it's not a very big piece. I think I picked it up as a remnant, and what I was hoping to do with this one is to make either an Ogden cami, or I was thinking, because I prefer like a wider strap on me at the moment, is this one, the Victory Tang by Chalk and Notch. This actually comes in, I'll just pop these down. So this has, excuse all the writing, I have no idea what all that is. I don't know why. I have written the seam allowance on the front, so I must have had trouble trying to find that. I've made this in the past in a very simple version, and I think I would make the same one again. It comes with two versions here. One has this sort of strap bit at the front. I'll put pictures in so that's a bit clearer. I just want to make this one here. Really simple version. Yeah, I've made it once before. It's a nice easy make. That is what I want to do with this fabric. This is beautiful Miss Moresby fabric. It's by Nerida Hanson. I'm not sure if it has the name of it. I think it's like Farms, something about Farms. I can't remember. I've had it for so long. My only concern is that this is a sateen, and I've never worked with sateens before, and I don't know how comfortable it will be. Like, I wear a lot of rayons and knits. So I'm not sure if this will be soft. I don't want to end up wasting it and like making it up, and I don't like wearing it. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. I think that's why it's still in my cupboard, because I'm not really sure of how to use this kind of fabric. Yeah, so I bought that a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and I just still haven't used it up. It's just so pretty. Love this fabric. I just think it would be really nice as a bit of colour underneath a jacket or something, especially in the summertime. So that is what I want to do with this fabric. So these next two fabrics I actually purchased to make the same pattern with. And these were on separate trips. So what I wanted to make with these ones is the Megan Nelson Protea top, which is a beautiful square neck top, and I'll just show you the pattern. So I want to make this one here. I have made this in the past, and I made it in a gauzy check sort of fabric. It's a little bit little bit different at the time, so I didn't wear it for a little bit, and then when I realized how comfortable it was, I started wearing it all the time. So this is a capsule wardrobe pattern, and it has all these options. It has the dress. This is like a shorter dress with the plain sleeves. The sleeves are all interchangeable, so it has a little deep flutter. This is another shirt, and then it has this dress version as well with flutter sleeves, waist high, and tiers. And then this skirt of this dress is actually, you can make it up separate as well. So this is a capsule wardrobe pattern, and I just think it's a really good one. I really like it. I have made the dress, I've made this top, and I think that's as much as I've gotten to so far, but I would really like to make this top again, and I wouldn't mind trying to make this dress, and I wanted to put the flutter sleeves on something in the future, so I do plan to get as much use out of this pattern as I can. So yeah, the fabrics that I have, this is a beautiful soft linen from Spotlight that I picked up on clearance. It's beautiful and soft, and I think it'd be a nice little pop of colour. So I don't wear a lot of colours, but this is subtle enough, I think I would wear it. I do like these colours together. And I think that'd be a really nice shirt to wear. And then I have this gauze fabric that I picked up quite some time ago, fully intending to make the same pattern because I had used a similar fabric in the past and it was just so comfortable. So that is what I want to do with that one. So my last October sewing plan, I don't know if I'll get to do this in October, but I really hope I do. I really want to make, this is actually 2 items here, and I have spoken about both of these before. This is the True Bias Blair skirt. It was either this one or the Tommy skirt from Stylark, but I think it's just because of the way I'm feeling at the moment that I'm a bit snowed under. I would attempt the Tommy skirt, but I just think I have made this style of skirt before and this would just be easier for me to make. I want to make this in a denim. I need denim skirts. I need lots of things like that at the moment for the summer. I think I want to make this length. I don't know if I want the pockets. I'm really quite undecided, but I would like to later on, if I don't make the pockets this time, I would like to make it again and make it with the pockets because I do like that as well. But I think immediately I more prefer this. There is a belt that comes with this. I think, do they all have it? No, the top ones show the belt is actually on the waist there in those little keepers. So yeah, that's what I really want to make next. And I'm really hanging to make these. I really want them. And this is the denim that I have left over from the Sew Autumn Denim Challenge. This is a stretch denim. This pattern I believe is a rigid denim. So I think it'll be fine. As long as I interface the waistband so it stays fairly rigid. The skirt will be fine. I've done that with a skirt in the past and it came up really good. So it was really, really comfortable. So I would really like to make that out of this, or I'm not opposed to going and getting more fabric because I don't have a whole lot of denims that are suitable for this sort of thing. And I do wear a lot of denim, so I don't have any problems with that. And the last thing that I really want to make is, actually I have 2 options. I actually didn't bring out the other pattern because I couldn't find it. I probably looked straight at it and yeah, looked straight past it. There is this one. This is a Jenna from Closet Core, or there is the new shirt pattern from Friday Pattern Company. I'll make one of them. I'm not sure which one. I want to use up these fabrics. I'll put in the name of that shirt from Friday Pattern Company. I was originally going to, I'm just going to put this down, I can't hold them. This fabric I bought a little while back, fully intending to make the Friday Pattern Company shirt. It just has the purple lines. It's actually on a lilac base. It's not obvious. The colors do, this purple makes this purple look a little bit insignificant. So that is what I'm planning to make. This is a seersucker, so it does have those little bumps in it. It's a little bit textured. So that's what I'm planning on using that one for. And I also have this one, which has been in my stash for a while. I wouldn't mind using this actually to make the Jenna. I think this would be really good for the Jenna. This is another, it's like a textured cotton from Spotlight. I do have a cord in the way there. I just try not to bump it. It does have the little pattern. I don't know if you can see that pattern. I think that would be a nice little Jenna shirt. I saw someone wearing something similar in a similar fabric to this a little while back, and ever since I've just really wanted to make this. I just think this would be a really great oversized shirt. It's kind of like, it's light and it's not a heavy sort of fabric, and it's sort of, I don't know, it's just got a nice feel to it. I think it would be a really good oversized shirt. So really want to make the Jenna out of that, just a plain shirt version. I want to come back and make this dress at some stage, but I really like this shirt. And the Friday Pattern Company shirt as well. Can't remember the name, Bayou or something, or I don't know. I'll put that one in as well. So that is all my plans for October, all my sewing plans for October. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of those. It was very green and purple. I really didn't intend it to be like that, but that seems to be what I'm drawn to at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed seeing those plans today. Next week I am actually planning on doing a patterns and fabric haul video. I have purchased a couple of pieces of fabrics which I'm actually really hanging to show you because I think they're beautiful, and I have purchased quite a few patterns this month. I've kind of gone a little bit nuts, I've got to say. So keep an eye out for that one next week. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed seeing my video and seeing all of my plans for my October sewing plans. Let me know which one you're most excited to see made up, and let me know what you're making as well. I'd really love to know what you're making at this time of year. I know a lot of you at the other side of the world are making things for winter. Yeah, really interested to see what you're making, because maybe that's some inspiration for me to make next year. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to know when my video comes up and is ready to be viewed, hit the bell icon, and YouTube will let you know when a video is up that you want to watch. So thank you so much for watching. Please keep an eye out for my next week's video with my purchases. So I will see you all then. Have a great week. I hope you all get lots of sewing time, and I'll see you then. Bye. Hi, would you like to come on a tour around my garden this morning? It's really quiet out here. I have already recorded this once before, but I thought I'd do it again because the last one was like really long. So let's get going. I haven't looked in my garden yet, and the lawn is due to be mown, so please try and look past that. I also have, like, my garden's not perfect. There's weeds. There's still things to be done because it's quite a big garden. I haven't been well, so I can't do it all. So let's go have a look at the garden. Let's start on my deck. I have quite a few plants up here as well. I'll try to get back so you can see. So this is the edge of my deck where I have quite a few rescue plants and a wisteria framing the deck there. It has been neglected this year. I haven't pruned it at all, so I have to attack that soon. This is a rescue rose, which the garden isn't fully in flower yet. I've had some beautiful blooms that have come and gone, but maybe I'll do another tour in a little while. We can see how it all changes. So this garden has had a bit of attention lately. I've mulched that, and I've put some of the metal ball sculpture that my partner makes. And these are little hydrangea, and I can't remember what the plant in that round pot is called. So let's just go along the deck, and here I have my little shade plants. There's a whole lot of fuchsias and a couple of succulents that are very much in need of some attention, and a buddleia, or I can't think of the name of it, butterfly bush, and there is a fairly new weeping cherry right next to it, so they're a bit close. There's a bit of pruning to be done. And some of my pots, they look much nicer from the front, I've got to say. Come over this way. This is a bit of the yucky bit down the side, so please ignore that. And I've got clothes on the line there. This is fuchsias. There's an old horse blanket from when I used to be in the pony club that I've taken back, just there. That's come home with me from my mum's house. I have no idea what to do with it. I have to get that hair off before I can do anything with it. So that's still sitting there for the time being. These are some of my little deck plants and some plants that were given to me by one of my friends. And this is I can't remember. I think it's something strawberry plant. It's not strawberries. It's like an ornamental sort of plant. I'm sure Michelle will correct me. So this is my little deck planting on a repurposed little shelf there. Okay, let's go back this way. And then this is, you see that I take a lot of photos around this area, and then my partner stuck this hose right smack in the middle of it, so now photos are no longer taken there. And I have climbers over all my fences because I like to pretend I'm not living in suburbia, and I want the place to look like a little paradise with lots of greenery and lots of flowers. So this is my deck area, repurposed tables and chairs, and a scrubbing brush there that my dog likes to steal from my bathroom and bring out, and he thinks it's a chew toy. It's really not. So this is my garden. There's my partner's shed to one side, and the garden, the whole other side is all garden. There's a trampoline down the back there for the kids, which I hope to replace eventually because I don't think it's that pretty. My dog is on the trampoline there. It's hilarious. All right, let's go down this side. This bit has had a bit of work done to it lately. There's a few pots there that need some attention. My wisteria has all gotten all green again. Some foxgloves and some roses there. My weeping cherry as well. Really, really pretty, this area. This has there's some hydrangeas under there that are starting to get some little flowers. I have these stakes in the ground that keeps the hose from ruining my garden. And these pots, I've just pulled these out because I'm going to pull those plants out. They're out the front where no one could see them. I'm going to pot them up with strawberries. Now this garden here, it needs some attention. It's a bit over, it's got too many plants in it. I need to thin it out. And this was my entrance to this garden. Currently can't get in there. I'm still a bit, got a bit of a cold still, so I'm trying not to cough. So let's go back out this way. There's a couple of repurposed things in my garden. This is an old pot in our kitchen. It has covered in Teflon and it was quite scratched, so we didn't want to be using that anymore. Oh, I wish you could smell it. This garden smells amazing. There's a bit of noise in the street. I don't know if you can hear it. Lots of people having a bit of renovations done to their gardens and things this time of year. So this is my garden that I wake up to every day. I always come out and do a little inspection to see what's new. This one was recently featured in my stories on Instagram. This is my rhododendron that is slowly starting to flower for the first time ever. And this rose was a cutting a couple of years ago. It's quite bright here, so if I'm going to turn it, come around on a different angle. It's a rose plant that I grew from a cutting, and it's quite big now. It's a couple of years ago. So this little seating area is, I'm trying to turn this into a little nook sort of area. Eventually this rhododendron will get to about 2 meters high and wide, so it'll fill in this area, and I'll have to move quite a few things as it gets bigger. But they're very slow growing, so it'll take a while. And my Boston ivy is doing amazing. Hopefully it'll cover the shed and it'll be all green out here. This chair was a reclaimed one that my partner fixed up. And I have my viburnum snowball tree is going absolutely crazy. It is stunning. And that is, it has a Chinese lantern next to it. And another viburnum. I have purposely planted viburnums along here because their root systems aren't as invasive, and there are some pipes along this area here. And I have in a pot here, this is a new viburnum. These are stunning plants. They have these white flowers sort of on top of their leaves. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I pulled out a daisy here, so there's a bit of a gap there. I pulled out a daisy plant from there. They do have, they have a use by date. They get a bit straggly. This one is not far behind. This one's going to be coming out, hopefully, I don't know, once this season's finished, and I'm going to replace it with something a little bit more permanent. So I'm debating whether to put this new plant here whether I should move this orange blossom here and put it there and move that to the center so it sort of is nice and evenly balanced. So yeah, there's a bit of thinking what to do there. And that is a pond that is absolutely covered in algae, so I don't want to show you that. And my veggie garden is in behind here. It's not really doing anything at the moment. I have some carrots in there that have gone to seed, and I have planted some dahlia bulbs because no one was really eating anything from it. So, and it's also getting a little bit, it's getting a bit shaded. So I have to sort of rethink what I'm going to do with that area. I'm not sure if it's going to work as a veggie garden any longer. This is my newest garden, and oh my goodness, I'm loving it. It is so pretty. This is not even a year old yet, and it's looking amazing. I've pretty much made this garden up out of cuttings and existing plants. I've just moved them around from different parts of the garden, divided up the irises. I did buy this rose plant that's in the center here. That was on clearance at Bunnings last year. I got it for ridiculously cheap. All these are all box hedges. They were all grown from cuttings. And the lambsia, which is this one here, this is very, very easily divided. The lavender was already there. I've just moved it along. And my latest love, I love these flowers, are these plants here. This is a wallflower. It has another name. I can't think what it is. I just think they are awesome. They're really easily, you pull a piece off and stick it in the ground and it just grows. This one actually is a cutting. The one over here behind this chair, that's a different variety. Excuse me, I'm still a bit sick. This one has an orange tinge. I'll see if I can get close enough so you can actually see it. It's actually really pretty. It's a bit hard to see in this light, but it does have a slight orange tinge compared to the other one. I think this is really pretty. And I also have, this is a sun hardy hydrangea that will get quite big eventually. That is grown that from a cutting. And I do believe this is some sort of a salvia. I'm quite new to the salvias. Oh, the tag's still there. Oh, I can't pull that up. That's a salvia that I got from Bunnings last year. I do keep the tags until I really know how to look after a plant, and then I'll get rid of them just so I get the best out of it. And this metal ball that my partner made, he welds them up out of scrap metal. That is underplanted. I have a heap of gladioli planted in there. I have a heap of bulbs. I didn't know what to do, so I just popped them in there. So that will support them as they grow, because they do tend to fall over and look quite messy. So hopefully that will stake them up, and I've never done it before, so hopefully it looks good. I'm a bit breathy. I haven't been well, so it's not like a fitness. It's I'm not 100%. So yeah, this is my next little garden room here. So my garden is divided up into garden rooms. This bit is really pretty. This has been replanted this year. I have planted poppies at the front. That's this one. You can see these little, you see that? They're little poppies. And then in the back, I cannot remember the name of them. They get tall and they have pretty little flowers on them. I can't remember the name of them. And I have another hydrangea in there that's in that gap there. That'll get quite big and fill up that space. And then I'll come around this way because it's a bit hard to see. I love my white lavender. It smells so different to the purple lavender. Oh, this one's doing really good. This is a yellow rose. This is Vanessa Bell David Austin rose. I love my David Austin roses. There are bees in there. I have not sprayed this year at all. I'm just going to go see how that works out. You can see I do have aphids all over my roses, a little bit of scale. Hopefully they'll be okay, because I have noticed a lot of ladybugs around. So I'm hoping they'll be okay. This part of the garden is fairly, like I've altered it quite a bit because it's a very difficult part to grow in. I have put in some irises that are off of rhizome. Actually, you can see the rhizome there. There's a rhizome there. They're much hardier than the ones that are grown from a bulb. I've just found, well, I find them easier to grow here anyway. I like to put succulents on all my borders, all these. I like to put them on my borders. It just makes it easy for the dog bashes into them. It doesn't, like, they can take a bit of a bash, so I like to put them around all my garden edgings as well. I've got the dog. And this down the back, this was supposed to be a chicken coop. We're going to get some little silky bantams. We haven't ventured that way yet because we're not sure how they'll go with the dog, so I would still like to get them. We'll just see how that goes. This is just a footpath down to, there's a rabbit in there. I don't know if you can see him. He's actually there. He's very friendly. He's got a very, very large area to be in, and a little shelter in there as well. He's doing really well, I've got to say. And then we have my lilac tree, and this is the other end of my veggie garden. You can see how dark it is here. So yeah, we have to rethink this. These bushes are at the end of their life, so I'm considering what I'm going to do here. This has all been here for about 5 years now, so yeah, I'm going to have to see what I can do. I've been trying to trim them back. They are really taking over. They're leaning right into this space. So eventually, I would like to get a bit better seating in here so it's a bit more comfortable. Let's go down this way. And this is under my little arbor that I designed and got my partner to make. So I don't like the fluffy, frilly sort of stuff. I want it to be just more modern. And let the garden be the one that tells you that is the superstar of the show, is what I'm trying to say. So I have some lilies coming up here. I think this bowl is actually just keeping the dogs off the garden at the time being. There's a couple of little fences up, you'll notice. They're just to keep the dog off the garden. He is pretty good, but he's not always that good. This garden is very new. I've had to replant it this year. The foxgloves, which is these beautiful tall flowers here, they have volunteered in my garden. And then down here, this is where I put my the fuchsias that I purchased from Bunnings earlier this year, and I did talk about them in a video. It's quite bright in here, so I'm just trying to make it a bit darker so you can see there's fuchsias there and snapdragons and these gorgeous little ruffle pansies. Where are they? There's one. I love these, they're so gorgeous. And then I don't know if you can hear that squeaking in the background. There's birds in a nest behind me. These are snapdragons. Hopefully you can see there's a lot of lighting's not great. You squeeze them and they open their little mouths. That's why they're called snapdragons. Birds just above me there. My hickories that I planted. And there's some more of those bulbs, the irises. And some granny's bonnets just there. So this is one of my favourite parts of the garden. It's so pretty. And there is supposed to be an exit to the garden there, but I can't get through it anymore because I should have not. I was planning on not planting that foxglove there. They did volunteer. I actually didn't plant them. This lavender is called Ruffles. The top of it is a bit ruffly. It's a little bit different to what you would normally see. Oh, it's a bit hard to see that. They're a little bit different. There are a few weeds in here. This is another David Austin rose. This is Pierre de Ronsard. I think that's its name, Pierre de Ronsard, climbing rose. And then we have some more lilies in here and another rose plant. I can't remember the name of this one. I'm really not sure. This is a little pink rose. I'll be able to show you that a bit later on once it flowers. And then I have a Daphne, and see if I can make it obvious. A Daphne, this one here, it's a very highly scented. This one is Granny's bonnet, and this is a begonia. You see these quite often, focus. You quite often see them inside people's houses. This one is doing really well outside. And then I have this little succulent, this one, which is really pretty. I love that. So I've done a bit of weeding around here. There's still plenty more to be done. I don't think the weeding will ever properly be done. So that is my garden. Let's go back out this way. I do need to get in and trim this out a bit. This is all my little garden brooms. My dog. It's getting a bit bright now. Probably should have done this a bit earlier. And that is the walk back up to my deck. And a dog who's just stolen one of the kids' Crocs. This was my strawberry pot. It's just been replanted with bulbs because strawberries didn't do so good last year. So we're going to change that up, put some new soil in it. We've got Granny's bonnets under here. So pretty. So that is my garden. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. If you have any questions, please let me know. See you next time.